Welcome to the Everyday Game Changers podcast. You will hear from everyday people in business, music, community, and more who are changing the game. And now your host, marketing expert, and personal branding specialist, Barion McQueen.
Welcome to another episode of the Everyday Game Changers podcast. I am your host, Barion McQueen. And you know how we do each and every week. We talking to people who changing the game in music and business, community, and more. And today's guest, I rarely get to say fashion, but today, fashion. I don't want to just say fashion though, because he's just an all around creative. Quinn Cabie, the style god, is in the building. How are you?
Amazing. Thanks for having me today.
So I know we have one audience member who is very excited for this episode. But talk to me like I've seen you around, but we never really had an interaction probably until like, I don't know, probably a couple fashion shows or some Tony Vision stuff, right?
Yeah.
That we finally actually got to chop it up. Like I'm always just like, I gotta know who this guy is. Like, how are you introduced to fashion in general?
I would say around 2014, late 2014, 2015, I started photography.
Okay.
And when I was getting around people and seeing people like, whoa, if I'm going to get around these people, I got to dress better. If I want to have a better clientele, you have to dress better to attract better clientele. And then there was just one day I woke up and you know what? I want to be fresh. So that week, I spent time researching, best menwear shoes, shirts, pants. I was shopping that entire week. I bought 500 shoes. I bought a blazer. I bought dress shirts. And from there, I just took it from that point forward. And then I started to realize as well, if I'm a photographer, this is one part of my identity. So I had to make it special. So I had to put a spin on it. So I started to blend and mix the genre of business and casual until I made a fusion of what I have today.
Basual. I got it. New lingo. Quinn dresses basual. A blend of business. That's dope though. So so before that, what would you say your style was? You was just like, I can't, now that I know you, I couldn't imagine you in like some N1 basketball shorts and like you know what I mean? What do some earlier Quinn pictures look like?
So technically, I was always
fresh,
fixated with button up shirts.
Okay.
So I was always wearing collared shirts. I always had a long sleeve. I always had short sleeve but buttons. So regular jeans, button down shirts, little short sleeve joints. I didn't have any accessories at the time. Wearing Vans, Converses here and there. Okay. And
it was like just normal wear.
Yeah, it was pretty normal. I blended in with the crowd.
Got it. So you didn't stand out how you stand out now.
Definitely not.
How important is accessories to your look?
Within the past 2 years, I doubled down on the accessories because I realized the more things you add to your outfit, the more unique you make it. So, I got special, I would say special, but these earrings are like some rare earrings I got. Bracelet, it goes with the color combination that I have. The rings go with the color combination. And this is a example of basual because these are dress pants.
Right.
This is a blouse top. I'm wearing loafers.
Right. Talk to me about the copper elements though. Like I see the copper elements. What's this? Somebody told me this is like good for balance and give me some schooling on I wish we could zoom in on the copper ankle shackle vibes. What would you talk to me about that though? Because I seen you do a lot with the copper, right? What's the significance of the copper?
So initially, when I was early on designing my accessories, design my bracelets, I had anklets that I designed as bracelets. But over time, as water got to them, and sometimes I remove them, put them back on, they'll stretch and they'll shatter. Wow. Like, well, how can I make this better, or what can I do to change the material? And then I went to an event and I met Osset there. She's a Soul 7. She's one that designs and creates copper jewelry. And she had...
I seen her make like the head.
Yeah.
Thing. Oh, she's dope. Okay.
Yeah, she's amazing. Definitely someone you want to have on the show in the future.
Fire.
And I saw her wearing like the copper stuff on her arms, and I'm like, "Where'd you get that?"
Like the cuffs, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she said, "Oh, I made it." From that day forward,
Y'all been cool.
we've been good friends.
Who did I see rocking her stuff first? When I first started seeing Dina, was it Dina?
Yeah, Dina Dean, yeah.
Okay, so she's the girl behind those cuffs.
Yeah.
Oh, I see her. I see 9,000 Suns
Yep,
and
Sunny,
all
yeah.
of Sunny. Everybody. So this is a small community, right? Everybody know everybody.
Yeah.
That's dope. So like, but what's the significance of copper though?
So copper is a natural energy conductor in the body. So wherever you place copper, it raises and strengthens the energy flow through that part of the body. And also, even though I've been wearing these for years, if copper is dim in certain areas, that means that area is not getting a lot of energy flow going through it. But like, for example, my fingers, for example, these are all individual strands. So they're magnifying the energy going through my hand. Same thing to sterling silver as well. It also
Really?
magnifies energy going through the body.
Huh. So gold don't do shit. That's what I'm getting at.
I lost my one gold ring a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, 24 karat gold. So when I had it on, I was feeling pretty
You
good.
was feeling good.
But when it was gone, it wasn't feeling so good.
So this silicone band ain't doing a damn thing for my energy levels is low today. That's dope. So like, what's young Quinn doing as a kid? I'm talking like JIT, 9, 10. What's Quinn into as a kid?
So definitely playing a lot of video games.
Okay.
My love for cars came as a young boy as well. I came to America when I was 6 years old. I originally came from Trinidad.
Okay.
So when I was on the Trinidad, I'm there playing with Roxas cars, making little car sounds. I'll never forget that when I first came to the elementary school here, I remember this big 20 by 30 poster of a 1995 Chevy Corvette C4 black. The car's like face. You're seeing the behind of the car and the wheel left, the driver's side wheel turned, and it said Corvette at the top. I'll never forget that picture, and that sort of really kind of started me with
The car thing.
cars as I got to this country.
So you're like I see you got the Lexus vibes with the nice rims and the tires and what is it something specific to Lexus or is just cars in general and you just got a Lexus?
Well, initially I wanted to get a Corvette C4 as my first car.
Okay.
But then I noticed the interior wasn't really that great.
Of course, Style God didn't approve Corvette's interior, so he went Lexus.
Yeah, GM interior in the 90s wasn't really that great. And my mom growing up, she had a 1995 Camaro.
Okay.
Black on black 5-speed. So growing up, we were in Chevy. But then as I was in high school, it was like when I'm looking for my first car, I'm looking at 3000 GTs, Nissan 240s, Mitsubishi Eclipses. And then I saw a video of the SC 400 and a video called SC's Gone Wild. And then there was a white car, 3 black cars, and just driving through parts of the street. It was just really majestic. And then I was like, whoa, I need that. And for like the next 2 to 3 years until 2013, I was reading about the car. I had like hundreds. I have a whole folder of pictures of the car on my computer. At least like 200 photos I've been saving. And then I had I got blessed by this connection because when I was looking for the cars were like $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. Like, man, these are expensive. Right. So like, I want to get it my way. My uncle at the time he was connected with a guy who had an auction license, and he sent me the website. And I'm here like every day. I'm looking at cars. I'm sending him cars. And then I found this one car, little to no damage. I just had to change the door, and then I got that car March 9th of 2013.
Wow. How much have you put into that car though?
I would say realistically, maybe like probably $8,000 so far.
And you were saying that 10 and 8 was expensive to buy.
I mean, over 9 years.
Okay. So an investment of $1,000 a year. Got it. Okay. Lexus. I had my first Lexus was a ES300.
Ooh, those are nice.
I loved the ES300. This was maybe a 2003 model. I loved that car, man. And then I took it to my guy. I'm like, yo, man, my Lexus is acting up. He's like, yo, the brain is going bad. I'm like, oh, that sounds expensive. What the hell is the hell is the brain? And he was like, yo, that's just central nervous system of the car. Like, literally, I got rid of that car that same day. I was supposed to go get an oil change, and I just traded it in.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's not even that bad though. ECU like maybe $100 to $200. It's light work.
Quinn, don't you dare do that to me, bro. Like, somebody told me the brain went bad. That sound like thousands of dollars, bro.
No. If you know someone in the junkyard, they could got you that for the low.
Oh man, he told me like $3,000.
No, if you go to the dealership.
Oh man.
Dang,
Now I got robbed, bro, and I end up going to buy the brand new Kia Optima, man. That was like right after. Oh, really?
Yeah. Damn, you got gypped into a Kia? Damn.
Well, this was right after Blake Griffin had jumped over the new Kia and the slam dunk concept. I'm like, that cannot be a Kia he jumped over. They like, nah, yo, Kia stepped it up. And I'm like, man, let me go test drive one. And I was like, I fell in love with it. R.I.P. Now I'm in a Tesla.
Oh.
Loved that car, though.
Damn.
It was so sad when I got the Tesla. I was excited to get the Tesla, and then I see the guy driving off with my Kia, and I'm like, damn, that's the car I drove to Florida in. Like,
wow.
So it was a little sentimental, but that car was good to me, man. I bought that car brand new in 2013, maybe.
Wow.
And I just maybe hit 100,000 miles recently.
Damn.
Like, so they gave me good money for trading it in when I got my Tesla, but. So I'm sorry, we done went to cars and we done got all away from fashion, but like, so the future of fashion for Quinn, like how do you go and find pieces? Like, how do you find, we know how you kind of found your style, but how do you get to this point that you could just put the look together?
So I did something which most people don't do, and I built a foundation for my closet. My closet has a color. My closet has a color
foundation.
scheme. So with all my accessories, with all my clothes, tops, bottoms, hats, accessories, well, that's all part of the accessories. Everything was within the color scheme. If I'm gonna buy something that I see, if it doesn't fit the color scheme, I'm not gonna buy it.
Really?
So anything I buy is easy swappable.
Oh.
I don't have to think about, what am I gonna wear today?
Damn, that's where I messed up. That's why I got rid of that damn Alan Stewart shirt. I didn't do my damn foundation.
Very, very important.
Wow.
Even with your shoes, all my shoes collaborate to my closet. I think that there's a big disconnect when people just go on and buy pieces and buy pieces. And then there's no organization in your closet. There's no foundation. But once you organize your closet to have no colors, particularly the colors and the different types of cuts and different things.
Yeah.
Like cuts as in if you're wearing like slim fit compared to more wide baggy things,
Right.
have a uniform of, if you want to be wear baggy clothes, have uniform things that go with baggy clothes.
Right.
If you want to be more slim, have things that go with things being slim.
I messed up. I got so many compliments on that shirt. Now I'm mad. It's because my foundation screwed up. My foundation's all over the place, Quinn. If you see my closet, you like,
oh, damn.
Like, boy, I don't know how you wake up and go into this and find something to wear, bro. So my foundation is off.
Very, very important.
What's like, say I'm brand new, right? Like, I want to get into this fashion world. Where do I start? Do I start with like, I want to get some solid pair of pants, and then I want to find some jackets, or what you recommend?
So it's a little bit tough because when it comes to start off to develop your style and your closet, you got to have a sense of your identity. Whatever clothes you're wearing, what does that look represent for you? So you always have to go in understanding what look you want to create for yourself. That fully represents you. And for someone starting new, I'll say you gotta look inside. You gotta understand and have an idea of what you're looking for. What is this look gonna do for you? And how's this look gonna represent you? So representation, as you know, is one of the biggest things.
100%.
Because when people look at you the first time they meet you, they're like, you're getting sized up, and you're like,
yeah, no words being said, but they making theirs.
They're making their slight speculation from you from that slight look.
Right.
Oh, I see he's wearing this. I'm seeing where's that. Oh, and no, as harsh as it may seem,
it's the reality.
That's the reality.
That's 100%.
So if you're in a process of building a closet,
yeah,
you got to start with the basics. Get your Get your blue jeans. Get you some black jeans. Get some. It's a dark wash, which it's like a dark blue, but it almost looks like it's blue collar pants, but it's not.
Okay.
But you get that. Of course, get your traditional tops. Get you a button down. Get you some regular collared shirts. If you're into tees, get you some tees that fit well.
Yeah.
And same thing I mentioned earlier before with colors. Colors that you like or your favorite colors, put that in your closet. Because that's a representation of you as well.
I gotta start over.
Probably not. You might just have to reorganize, pull some things out.
See, this is my thing. I find so if I thrift, right, I go and I find like a piece and I'm like, oh, that is a nice piece.
Yeah.
And then I just hold it until the one time I can wear it. And then I felt like it was such a standout piece, I couldn't wear it again.
Yeah.
And I get rid of it. Hence the Alan Stewart shirt. I finally decided to wear it Miami Swim Week.
Yeah.
Got a million compliments. Everybody damn near want to buy that shirt off my back. And I'm like, all right, that was a good statement piece. Sold. And now I could have just built around and repurposed that. And now I'm going to be up on eBay trying to find a new Alan Stewart shirt. So I like that, though. Build the foundation. So, like, when I go shopping, right? None of the pants fit. I'm too short, so they long. I got too much butt, so I gotta go bigger in size. It's like, it's a nightmare shopping, bro. Like, how do you do it?
Shopping is a little bit tough because you have to go to multiple brands and you have to really try things on. That's why online shopping is a little bit tough for me.
Yeah.
Because I can see heat online, but I have to get on my hands first to know how it fits. I went through multiple brands when it comes to different things. So my top brands right now are Scotch and Soda, Sandro, G-Star. If I'm gonna get some pants, go to G-Star Raw as well. And you gotta pick a day where, you know what, I'm gonna go to like 5 to 10 stores and try things on.
Yeah.
And then see what fits your what fits your body well. I know that's gonna be your store. I had to do it in the beginning. I went to Scotch and Soda initially because I was walking through Sawgrass Mills, never knew what Scotch and Soda was.
Right.
Now it's a good 30% of my wardrobe.
That's dope. I found, and it's so crazy when you find a good pair of, oh my gosh, I'm like, I need this in every color, or I'll just buy this same color over and just to have multiple pairs. But I literally have to get my pants, my jeans, everything's tailored because it's just like, I'm 5'7.5". Every pant that I like is 34 long, 32 long. Even 30 is just like, it's too long. Like
30, really? Wow.
I mean, 30 is probably like the safest. But I can't never find 30.
Damn.
So I'm like, my tailor is just like, come on, Barion, come on. I come in and just drop. Like, he's going to be in business for a while as long as I got to get dressed. Like, because everything is tailored. Even like the suit jackets. They be so long. My arm's not long. So the suit jackets damn near cover my fingers. Like, they so long. So everything I buy, I'm just like, it's got to get altered. I know it's going to be dope when I put it together, but it ain't ready to be put together because I got to go get it tailored. Like, so, like, talk to me about the difference between, like, so, like, what you do when it comes to fashion versus you just go put some Fendi or some Versace on. Like, what's the difference between style and somebody that's just a good shopper? Or not even, I wouldn't even call them a good shopper. It's just because they figure it's expensive. It looks good, right?
So the biggest thing with, there's a big difference between style and fashion. Style is unique. Fashion is what you see on the runway that's mainstream. So you're looking at something unique versus mainstream. So for example, the person that's going to go to the Gucci store, buy the whole Gucci fit, I mean, that person, there's no thought process in there. Like, oh, this just dropped, I'm gonna cop. And
somebody else gonna have the exact same outfit on.
And then you're gonna see it, you're gonna go somewhere, and there's gonna be a carbon copy of you right there. Like, damn, dog, this man, he's swagger jacking.
Yeah.
You had no swag to begin with.
Y'all all just shot from the same store.
So when it comes to style is very unique, and it's built on who you are as a person. So I can say I can go buy a piece from, let's say if I go shop at the Gucci store, I'm not gonna buy whatever's hot.
Right.
I'm looking at what works for my wardrobe. I'm gonna see what fits for me.
Right.
And then I'm gonna buy it, put it together, and it's gonna be heat.
That's dope. I was all throughout middle school, high school, I was always voted best dressed.
Whoa.
And everybody used to think I had a designer doing my stuff, right? The problem was I was raised by a single mom. And yeah, she got me clothes, but it was like Route 66.
Damn.
So what I used to do is I used to cut off all the tags of all my clothes so nobody knew what I was wearing. So when everybody ever asked me, yo, what's that? I'm like, yo, this is custom. Everything was custom, bro. They like, what? You sure? What I didn't know is goddamn Route 66 puts their logo on the button
Oh, yeah.
of the jean. So I thought I was good. I'm like, yo, I cut the tag off, got all the big emblems off. They ain't gonna know these is the Kmart Route 66 because the Levi's was expensive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't do no 501s. Like, I gotta do the Route 66 $9.99 joints.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
denim is blue, right? So it's just like, I used to always get, but it was because I used to customize my stuff, and everybody was just like, yo, he always got some, like, I used to play outside right after school. Never used to go like change out of my school clothes. So I used to get the grass stains on the knee. So I used to always cut the knee.
Oh.
So all my jeans back then, the knee was out, and the knee hole kept getting bigger as I washed them. So I would take, my mom used to have like headscarves. I would take the headscarves and sew where the holes was and create the little patterns.
That's
bro,
tough.
Broke people's stuff, bro. But it was like, it made me unique. So nobody wore what I wore. Wow. I used to paint on my jeans like all the Looney Tunes characters. So I would paint them on my jeans. I had a pair of Marvin the Martian jeans, and then I used to do the design on my Timbs. And so everything was just custom. Like, people just knew I was going to be a fashion something. And it just was just like, nah, we was broke. Like, I couldn't afford the good stuff. But it was just like that aspect of it made me stand out. So it was just like, so that's where I'm at now. It's just like, I know I could put fits together. But when I tell people where I get my stuff, they don't believe it. Because they think stuff gotta be expensive when it looks good. And I'm like, yo, I'll go thrift and find a nice piece here. My favorite spot is a place called Out the Closet in Wilton Manors. It's a
I've been to one in Miami. I got some stuff on the last one.
Really?
There, yeah.
Fire. Like, and the dudes there be so cool. He's like, oh, Baron, you lucked up. Green is today's color. That's only 10 cents. I'm like, oh,
What?
Where the rest of them? Like, bring them out. So I'm a thrifter, bro. I love it. I find some vintage stuff. I find some pieces, and I'll just be like, I don't know where I'm going to wear that yet, but I'm going to do it. So now that you're telling me, though, I need to get my closet foundation right. How do you consult? Well, I'm sure you consult with people, right?
Every now and then, someone really wants to help.
Right. What do you see, like, when you go into somebody's closet and be like, girl, throw it all out? Like, what do you like?
Not really, not exactly, because a lot of people have heat in their closet they're not using, let alone they're not really sure how to pair things together. So a lot of people really have the basics in their closet, and some people have, I'll say, like the last person I worked with, it was a while ago, but he wanted to be a little different because he was wearing kind of like the cookie cutter stuff, jeans that really fit his body well, shirts that were ill fitted. So we had to get him a couple pairs of pants that were more fit to his body.
I like that. It wasn't ugly. It was ill fitted. I love that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And got him some shirts that fit his frame better. And also some of the things that were a little big for him, I told him you could tuck those in, put a jacket over it, and then as you tuck it in, it'll line up so it doesn't look too baggy. So you could create multiple looks from even things that are quote unquote baggy or ill fitted. And another thing as well, shoes.
Right.
A lot of guys, their shoe game is not really that great. Like I know a lot of people they're wearing sneakers, and I'm meeting people now that have really good sneaker game, but a lot of like the regular guys, they're just kind of buying whatever and they're just putting this stuff on, and then it's like how you expect to attract people with what you're wearing?
Got it.
So how to get him some loafers? How to get him just completely differentiated?
What's the rule for like shoe? Like I like Aldo a lot. Mm-hmm. I love Aldo shoes. Like I always get me like a nice. I always like to have a nice shoe that kind of is like a sneaker, but looks well still with a suit.
Yeah.
And I love Aldo. What's some of your go-to shoes? Like I seen on Instagram, there was like a shoe breakdown, bro. I didn't even know that. I didn't know all the guys' shoes.
Oh yeah.
So it was like loafer, chucker,
Oxfords,
I'm like, I'm out of the loop. Like it's like 20 different shoes. I only have 3 on this list. What's your go-to shoe?
Definitely loafers.
Loafers. Why loafers?
I was on Instagram maybe like 2-3 years ago, and I saw this guy. He's a singer in Austria, and he has some killer loafers. I'm like, damn, my loafer game is weak. So I went on eBay and I bought 3 pairs of shoes. And with the loafer is easy. It's slip on,
right?
And the type of loafer I like is a kilty loafer. So it has the tassel.
I hear these terms he uses. What is it? A kilty?
Kilty loafer. So it has a tassel.
When I thought I knew style, I don't know anything. The kilty loafer. Okay.
Yeah, and so it has a tassel. I don't know what the other thing is called in front of it. Like this thing right here. I don't know what that's called. But I just look at
tassels and flaps, right?
Yeah. Okay. And I like the look of it, so I only wear kilty loafers now when it comes to loafers.
Dope.
I also have double monk strap shoes as well for my dress shoes. I have 2 pairs of those. I have 1 pair of chukka boots.
That's the like 2 strap that go to one side, right? And it's kind of slender, right? Okay.
Yeah, so I have.
What's that called? Double monk strap?
Yeah, double monk straps.
Okay.
I do have a pair of chukkas as well. I have 2 pairs of Chelsea boots.
Okay.
I have a
Where did the Chelsea boot come from? I feel like it's been around, but it just got cool with jeans and a nice cashmere jacket and a fitted, right?
Yeah, it's more of a Euro kind of
shoe. That my tailor hates when I come in, bro, because he's like, I'll be like, yo, let me get my pen. Like he's like, Barion, you're African American. You are not why does everybody want Italian? Because he's from. My tailor is, I think he's maybe from Israel or something like that. But he's like, everybody wants tailor, like Italian style cuts.
I mean, that's more of the European look because it's a cleaner look, and depending on the kind of shoes you wear, this is also a menswear term, a break. So you have breaks where I'm gonna mess up the nomenclature because I don't fully remember it, but you want to have like a half break where your pant terminates a little bit above the shoe. Right. My break is a little bit high on high because this is a 30. Normally for a good clean lineup, you're looking for at least 31, 32. Okay. So it's not floating the shoe, but it's kind of a little bit above the shoe. But that also depends on your height. But the Eurofit has started to come in overseas as well because a lot of guys are seeing that the better your clothes fit, the better you look and you feel. Because sometimes I'm seeing people rocking the baggy look and they still have their confidence, but in the beginning, you want to have clothes that are better fitted for your body. Nice. Because your silhouette, silhouette is a very important term. When you look at yourself in the mirror, how you see your clothes land on your body, very, very important. I mean, especially being men, how we look at women and how they look in clothes. 100%. You're looking at how their clothes lay on the body, and the curves,
accentuates, and all of that. Dope. I never thought about that.
But you need to look at that for yourself. How your clothes is filling your silhouette of your body. That's something that 100%. Every time I leave out the door, I'm like, okay, how's my silhouette looking?
Damn. I didn't know where this was gonna go, but I thought I was fashionable. I might have to throw the whole Da Vinci mag away because I thought I knew fashion. And Style God just blessed me with my foundation screwed up. My shoe balance is off. I don't have enough monk straps. Wow. Give me one piece of fashion advice for somebody that's just like, man, I gotta figure this fashion out, man. What do I gotta do? Where do I start?
Well, I mean, definitely the first things first is making sure your clothes fit your body. Yeah. well-fitting clothes versus ill-fitting clothes is gonna step up your rank as soon as you go outside to a higher number. Because when people see ill-fitted clothes on you, they think like you're disheveled, you're not like well-kept person. But when you're wearing things that are well-fitted, like you're an upkept person and you're taking care of yourself.
Interesting. Let me ask you one. I thought that was gonna be my last question. I gotta ask about hats. What's your take on hats? You always got a nice hat. You got a hat on a pillow looking nice right now. Like what's the thing on hats? I feel like I can't get away with hats. I just you just need a haircut and keep it. Like that's my thing. If you see me with a hat on, it's probably because my hair is not cut, but it's fitted. Like I can't get like the fedora. It's not my thing. It's like I don't know. What's your thing on hats?
Hats has been a new thing for me as of late. I brought in hats a year ago. Okay. And I wanted to add another dimension of accessories to the wardrobe. So I'm like, well, the beret hat should do. I have 4 beret hats as of late. So I have, and the other hats you see me in, the fedoras I have 4 pairs. I have a gray, brown, black, and a blue one. Okay. And it adds another dimension because it makes your look different. Like if I can wear the hat and then not wear the hat, it's it's 2 different outfits. And that's why I would say add on to that as well. Like accessories are very important too because accessories, like I said, it's another dimension. And as you're adding more stuff or adding more things to your look, it makes you look more unique. One of my goals is to be truly a one-on-one person where whatever I'm wearing, whatever I have, no one else has it.
I could see that for you. I could definitely see that. I keep wanting to wrap this up, but I got another question. Like when you, like the material of fabrics, like, cause you into, like, when I say we with the style guy here, when I'm talking, he not just, it don't just look cool. It's a feel that you go for when you put the clothes on. Talk to me about that process.
When I first started learning about menswear, I remember I watching a video from Antonio Santana, Real Man, Real Style, and he talked about fabric feel and quality. So anytime I go to buy something, I feel it in my fingers because how something lands and glides on your skin is very important. Now, if you're someone that's used to wearing like, I want to say, but it may sound bad, cheaper clothing, it's gonna crash and it's gonna feel rough against your body. But as you move up to higher quality material, it just glides and just cruises across your skin. So I would say you want to have clothing that just, you put it on, it feels good when you put it on. Got it. But if you're putting on like lower quality things, it's gonna rub against your skin. Like there's a joke I make my roommate. It's like, oh, I can hear the creases.
Really?
Like when I'm telling you, when you're rubbing your fingers against you feel it in your fingers and you're hearing it as well. The hearing is what you want to look out for. If you're rubbing your fingers and you you don't hear it, that's good. But when you're rubbing your fingers and you don't want to put it on your skin.
I'm a graphic tee guy. Like that's my normal when I'm not going somewhere. I'm a graphic tee guy. WWE makes some of the softest. I don't know who prints WWE t-shirts. They are the soft. I will wear WWE t-shirts forever because whatever cotton they use, it's fitted good on the arms. It's just like so I understand the glide that you're talking about. So that's why I brought that up. Man, what we missing? What we ain't talking about? We ain't even get to the future of Quinn, the Quinn Cabie collection. Give me a little bit. What can we see in the future for Quinn?
So I started designing and drawing things for around like 2 years ago. So I'm working on accessories. I'm working on shoes. I'm working on tops. I'm probably gonna leave pants alone for the time being, but mainly tops and accessories. I'm really working on to have a distinct collection of things coming out of.
Dope. Y'all had it, man. Quinn Cabie. I'm your boy, Barion McQueen, Everyday Game Changers. Thank you for blessing me personally and our audience with some gems, man. I appreciate you, man.
Of course.
My guy.